What's going on? Why aren't we meeting in the conference room?
We don't want the boss to know we are talking about him.
Do you think he suspects?
Suspects what? What are we doing here?
Somebody has to confront him.
Confront him about what? What did he do?
You must be the only person in the company who doesn't know.
Know what? Will somebody please tell me what's going on around here?
The boss had an affair with his vice president's wife.
And then she got pregnant.
But he couldn't marry her because she was already married.
So, he sent his vice president to the Middle East.
You're talking about Uriah.
You think his death was an accident?
You're not saying that the boss sent him there, knowing that he would be killed.
Just because you don't shoot a gun doesn't mean you're not the murderer.
That's terrible. We've got to confront him.
That's why we are having this meeting. To draw straws, to see who gets to cut him down to size.
You sound like you're looking forward to it.
I am. The big jerk chopped the budget for my department. I've been looking for a way to get back at him.
Not a good idea.
Why not?
It's not only important to do the right thing, but to look like you're doing the right thing.
I don't get it.
If you have an axe to grind, the boss will write off your accusations as sour grapes. There's no way he'll take you seriously if he can use your ill feelings against you.
Maybe you're right. I was so looking forward to seeing his face when I got even with him.
I suppose I could confront him.
Do you know him that well?
Actually, I've never been introduced to him.
Then, you are probably not the best person to do the confrontation.
Why not?
A stranger doesn't have the credibility of someone who knows him. The person who confronts the boss should have some history and credibility with him. He should be somebody the boss has trust in.
Good. I didn't want to do it anyway.
What about you, Nate?
Me?
Yeah, you know him personally.
Yeah, you go to his church. You'll have credibility with him.
There's no way he'll write off your accusations as sour grapes.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable.
All the more reason for you to be the one to confront him.
That's right. If you start out your confrontation with, "It really pains me to bring this up."
There's no way he'll write you off.
All right. All right, I'll do it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Am I missing a good joke?
Gee, look at the time. I have a meeting.
Oh, yeah, me too. Big meeting.
What was that all about? Well, maybe it's my breath. What's going on, Nate? Dave, I don't exactly know how to tell you this. It really pains me to bring it up. Wow. This sounds serious, Nate. Dave, what if I told you that a new car dealer was expecting company from out of town? And this car dealer wanted to give his guest a car to use while he was in town. But instead of giving his guest one of his many cars from his dealership, this car dealer went and took his neighbor's only source of transportation, a newly and lovingly restored '57 Chevy. What would you say about such a car dealer? I'd say the guy was a thief. Worse than that. He's got no morals. The guy ought to go to jail. That car dealer is you. What on earth are you? Oh. I should have known that God wouldn't let me get away with this. I should have known that someone from my own church would be the one to confront me about this. This is God's way of making sure I know that I offended him. I don't deserve to call myself a Christian. I'm kind of glad he finally confronted me with this. I've been useless to him ever since. What do you think will happen now? Well, God promises that if you confess your sins, He'll forgive you. Good. I need to get right with God. Don't make the mistake of thinking that things will be all rosy. God doesn't promise to remove the consequences of your actions. You may have to wear the scars from this for a long time as a constant reminder that sin is never without cost. Perhaps it's just as well. What kind of an example would I be to my employees if there were not consequences for my sins? Come pray with me. Sure. Based on a play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use: do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances. You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement.